Alright, they love you. Let's get that out of the way first. Your parents love you. They feed you. They raised you. They worried about you when you were sick. They still ask if you ate properly. Alright, wait. If you think this is a hate speech, well, it's not. Because sometimes the people who love you the most are the same people that quietly steer you into a life you will hate. Not because they are evil, not because they are stupid, but because they are outdated. And nobody wants to talk about that. Hear me out. Your parents come from a world where life worked like this. Study hard, get a stable job, stay there for 30 years, retire and then die peacefully. That world is dead, burnt, buried, replaced by chaos. But their advice? It's still running on that old software. Beta, choose a safe career. Government jobs are the best. Private jobs are risky. Business is too dangerous. Art, music, content, startups, these are not real careers. They don't mean harm. They mean survival. Because their generation was fighting hunger, instability, and uncertainty. So stability was their best heaven. But your generation, it's not starving. You're suffocating. Different problems, different battlefields. But it's the same old advice. That's like using a sword in a gunfight and calling it a tradition. Okay, so your parents' advice is based on fear. Fear of instability, judgment, fear of society, fear of log kya kahenge. So they say, do what is safe, do what is respected, something that we understand. But here lies the problem. They do not understand the world you're living in. They do not understand the internet economy, remote work, content creation, freelancing, startups, personal branding, skill-based careers, and neither portfolio-driven jobs. They see risk where you see opportunity. They see uncertainty where you see freedom. So what happens? You start living their fear. You choose degrees that you did not care about. You choose jobs you do not respect. You wake up every morning with a heavy chest and a fake smile, and you call it being responsible? No, that's not my responsibility. That is a slow suicide. Okay, so their advice feels right because they speak with confidence, they speak with experience, they speak with authority, and out of all, they speak with love. But experience from the wrong era is not wisdom, it's nostalgia. They succeeded in a world that no longer exists. They climbed a ladder that has already collapsed. So when they say, do what we did and you will be fine, they're not lying. They are just blind to the change. And you are standing at the edge of a completely different reality. A world where degrees expire, skills compound, loyalty is optional, creativity is currency, attention is power, comfort is death. But you're being trained for yesterday, and yesterday cannot save you. So here's the most dangerous part. They have sacrificed for you, so you start feeling guilty. They struggled for you, so you feel indebted. When they say, we did so much for you, and suddenly your dreams feel like betrayal. Your curiosity feels like disrespect. Your ambition, it starts feeling like rebellion. So what happens? You shrink yourself, you kill your questions, you bury your instincts, and you choose what makes them proud. And that makes you empty. You become a well-behaved prisoner. And the saddest part, one day they'll ask, why do you look so unhappy? And you won't have the courage to say, because I was living your life instead of mine. Well, this is not a call to disrespect. This is a call to evolve. Your parents are your roots, but roots, they are not meant to become chains. They gave you life, not a life sentence. You are allowed to choose differently. You are allowed to think differently. You are allowed to build a future that they cannot imagine. Respect does not mean obedience. Love does not mean self-erasure. Gratitude does not mean surrender. You can honor their sacrifice without sacrificing your soul. So, listen to them, but do not surrender your mind. Take their concern, but not their fear. Understand their intentions, but question their conclusions. Still confused? Use this filter. If their advice is based on fear of society, reject it. Fear of risk, question it. Fear of judgment, ignore it. But if their advice is based on character, discipline, integrity, and hard work, then keep it. That part is timeless. Not all old advice is useless, but again, not all old advice is relevant too. You must learn to differentiate wisdom from nostalgia. So one day, your parents will be gone and you will be left alone with your life. Not their expectations, not their fears, not their dreams, yours. And in that silence, only one question will matter. Did I live my life or did I live with someone else? Because no parent can die for you and no parent can live for you. Only you can do that. Your parents gave you existence, but meaning you have to create that yourself. Love them, respect them, listen to them, but never ever hand them the steering wheel of your soul. Because the future you are entering, they were never trained to drive there. And if you let fear decide your life, one day you'll wake up safe, successful, but silently miserable. And no amount of respect can save you from that regret. I hope you like it.